to the Daily Dive at FantasyAlarm.com. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. Let's start out with some of the news of the day, and let's start out with the number of 3. That's the number of years in a row in which Huston Street has saved 33 games. Good news, great news if you picked up Huston Street. But there's the flip side. Only once in 6 years has he thrown 60 innings, seemingly always dealing with some form of injury. We have that already occurring in 2016. Oblique strain for Huston Street. Oblique strains can take anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. I guess 4 weeks is kind of what we're hoping for with Street. But again, an oblique strain could certainly linger, and Huston Street has never really proven himself a healthy guy. Joe Smith will step in, as he did a couple of years ago when he had 15 saves. Over his last 228 outings, Smith has an ERA of 2.2 and a whip of about 1.1. A solid guy, not a dominating presence, but Joe Smith should be added in all leagues. Huston Street, injured already in 2016. Next number is 478. That happens to be the OPS this season of Carlos Gomez, who is an utter disaster right now. No home runs, 2 steals, only walked twice, struck out 22 times. Now he's got a wrist issue, he's hit by a pitch. The good news with the injury is that he should be able to return from that on Friday. At least that's what they're saying as of this recording, so that doesn't look like it's something that's going to preclude success for the 30-year-old. But Gomez has been a mess. Last year he was a mess for the Astros because of injury. This year he's been a mess because he's been a mess. He's worth buying low on if you can. Still a 2020 talent. At this point, it's very dubious that he gets to either one of those marks this season, but he always could turn things on. Talent is still there. He is only 30 years old, but a dreadful start for him. Final number of the day is 15. That's the number of days that are going to be spent on the disabled list by Shane Greene of the Tigers. At least we think it's only going to be 15 days in total because he's got a blister issue. Now, to replace him in the starting rotation, Mr. Fulmer, Michael Fulmer, was called up. 2011 first-round draft pick. Last year he had an ERA of under 2.3, a whip of about 1, a strikeout an inning in the minor leagues, a real big-time prospect for the Tigers. But here's the concern with Fulmer. We don't know how long he's going to be up. Is it 1 start? Is it 2 starts? We haven't heard whether Greene will go back into the rotation once his blister issue is healed. Daniel Norris is also hanging around there. Fact is, you can bet on Fulmer, a great talent. Is he going to be around and starting for this team in 2 weeks? We just don't know as of this taping.